Give you my last dollar for that Gucci sweater. Trade my soul for gold, Staying hard for plush leather. You know it's better when cold weather. Whether or not we dodge this poverty like Mayweather. See, it's cool. What's for your homies? Let me break your back in a second. What's for your homies? What's for your homies? What's for the homies? What's for the homies?
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Attacks by the undead have been reported in several states across the country.
Yo, welcome to the Purple Mic Podcast, Music and Civics. My name is Astrid Koa. Yo, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a house artist. Not only that, I'm a engineer, a saxophonist, I write, all that. But I love civics, so that's what we here. We're here to kind of fill that in. These are my guests. This is Dallas and Memphis, big dog, ooh, woo. And then my other guest happens to be Njoye. And she's like killing songstress, all that. Boom. So, on today, I would like for them to tell a little bit about themselves before we hop into the civic work. So yeah, Dallas, man. Tell me a little about yourself, big dog.
Yo, so it's Dallas from Memphis. I'm a producer, singer-songwriter, I mix and master, engineer, the whole nine, studio owner, helping artists get to the next level in their career. That's what I like to do. Yeah, it's pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Come on, Nia.
I'm a singer-songwriter, performing artist, and exploring.
I like it.
Exploring.
We'll see what else.
Man, y'all, she cold-blooded. She being modest right now, but she cold. Both of them are cold.
Thank you.
So,
like cold hangs around cold.
Ooh, we icy in this bitch. All right. No, but here's the thing, though.
Okay.
There's just so many things going on right now in our world, our day-to-day lives. And something that has been on my heart is the entitlement that we hold in this country and the lack of value. I want to say that's something that we struggle with, or matter of fact, humanity just itself. So there's actually a little passage that I wrote that I feel like can open our discussion. So I have like a list of questions. Like I'm gonna bust y'all in the head with that. But before we get there, just let me read this real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Entitlement. Entitlement is one of let me start over. Entitlement is one of those words that means different things to different people. Privilege, expectations, access, responsibility, even resentment, whether it comes from family, society, race, class, politics, or culture. Entitlement shapes how we show up, how we treat each other, and how we participate in civic life. So, with that said, I'm going to start with some like universal questions that can apply to like any and everybody. And it's just something that I kind of want us to sit with as far as like thinking critically and how to like actually navigate the world and stuff like that. And what we deal with systemically as a country.
Okay.
Cool?
It's time to go deep.
All right, boom. Let's get in this thing. All right, so my first question is, when you hear the word entitlement, what comes to mind first?
Privilege that technically isn't yours.
Privilege that technically isn't
Say
yours.
more. I actually like that. Though.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Say a little more. Say a little more.
Ooh, I can relate to this. So tough because entitlement, when I say privilege that isn't yours, it's like you, for whatever reason, feel like you own this thing. And who's to say that you are in the space or you should have that type of right to say that? Like, a lot of times you didn't work for it, or it's not yours. Like you get it from, you hear people say like only children are entitled, or
Yeah.
things like that, and it's because of their parents, the way they were raised. Like they always got in their way, but they don't know what it's like to work for anything. But it's the way that they've always gotten their way with life and their life at home. So now they feel like that's the way it should be, or they have rights to everything in that same way.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
How about you?
Yeah.
Entitled. I feel like entitlement, I first want to say I agree with what you're saying. Basically, you feel like you deserve something that isn't yours. Basically, what she said in a different way, you didn't work hard for this. It's other people who spent years and years, just because someone passed it down to you in a different way, you feel like you deserve it more than a person who worked harder than you. You know what I mean? So similar in a different way, different aspect. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I got something to top that.
Okay.
So-
okay.
Do you think entitlement is learned, inherited, or shaped by society, and why?
Learn. Say it one more time.
Do you think entitlement is learned, inherited, or shaped by society?
All these are ors or the ands.
Ors.
Comma.
Whatever you
Commas.
think.
Commas. I think it is learned.
Okay.
It don't have to be heritage, right? What you said? Inherited.
Inherited.
It don't have to be inherited. And I definitely think shaped by society is a questionable one, because you can't say someone from this town act different from this person from this town. So that's a little different, but I definitely think it is learned in how you are raised. Because just because someone is a multimillionaire, that doesn't mean they didn't teach their kids how to be right.
Right.
So that's what I feel.
Okay.
I'd have to say it's all the above.
Okay.
Yeah, I say all the above, because I think that whatever side you're on, whether you're the person that grew up around people that were entitled versus whether you were the one that were entitled growing up, I think that it's learned both ways, because I think it's all three. Because like, okay, imagine you're in a classroom, right? All your life, some people grew up poor, but they were in the classroom with people that were rich. So they got to see the other side. Like, okay, this is what it looks like for someone to be entitled. That's technically society. For instance, it's a kid. Like, that is their society. That's what they see. So they're learning that every day from people that are entitled. Heritage would be the people that are entitled. They get it passed down to them.
Yeah.
And I think that was three, right? Learn, inheritance, and society. So I think they're all together.
I agree.
Do you think there's an opposite side?
Opposite side
As
of,
in, like, there's a people, because as you said, it can be passed down. Do you feel like it can be learned not to be passed down?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think that comes from knowing who you are, whose you are. And then also it's like integrity and learning like what humanity is, respect. I think it's bogus to be like, I deserve that. I mean, I there's like a certain line, like there's a certain point where it's like, okay, I deserve basic human treatment.
Okay.
You feel me? But I don't deserve materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? You build for that. Or I don't deserve certain opportunities. You have to work for it. You know what I'm saying? You have to build good working relationships with people. Integrity, dog. if you ain't got that, you know, I mean, we seen it right now with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Do you, I don't know.
Go
Can
ahead.
I ask you a question?
yeah, no, that's fine. No, go ahead.
Do you feel like the word deserve and entitled, you feel like they share the same weight, or do you feel like entitled is like the negative form of deserve? I deserve this.
I feel like a word can have a positive or negative meaning. It's just its use.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like, I feel like entitlement could be used like I was born into this bloodline, into this family, and I am entitled to knowing my lineage. I'm entitled to knowing like where we left off and where I need to take things. But I feel like because of where we are, like our roots as a country, they taught us how to value things that are perishable. So in this sense, where we're talking from, entitlement is in a space of perishable items. And it doesn't have to be only physical. It could be spiritual, mentally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because like when you first asked the question, my first mind went to the negative connotation of entitlement.
Yeah, that's
like, I don't know, entitlement seems like it just got a bad rep. So when you said I'm entitled to knowing my history, my lineage,
right.
like you're right. Like that's a good connotation of entitlement. But I was just like, I'm glad you said that.
That's why I was asking, is it like an opposite side to it? But
Like
I think
Absolutely.
you cleared it up like a little bit
Well,
better.
I mean, in this sense, it's more so like, okay, for some reason, everyone feels entitled to having access to your life.
Yeah, that is
It's so weird.
It's so
like,
weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know, we work together.
No, you're right.
But because we follow each other on social media, you feel like you have access to me sexually or something like that.
Yeah.
It's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just, it's a rabbit hole of things, but I feel like we touched it though.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, speaking of, bang, here you go. How does entitlement show up in politics, workplaces, families, or communities? That's crazy. We was just...
Yeah, we kind of touched
Well,
that
we
a
just
little bit.
deal with something, you know, we're not going to go too deep, but personally, you know...
Wow.
Right, wow.
I'm excited about this.
One, I know. You want to, I'm going to let you have
go crazy.
Go ahead.
Because we
I'ma share the
feel
floor.
like, you know, sometimes you can have a dream, right? And because you have this dream, people feel like they are entitled to know or be a part of it.
Oh, man. Bruh.
Wow.
We've all lived it.
And they are entitled to what's your next move. Why you want to know my next move?
You know what's so dangerous about that?
What?
You got the destiny swappers and you got the sabotagers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we going there.
Are we going there?
I'm going there because y'all know the season I just walked out of. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like you run into so many snakes, level of betrayal. Like I feel entitled to you as a person, your personal life, your body, whatever the case is. It's just crazy, right? But I ain't trying to take it. I want to hear what you guys say though.
Yeah, that part, because like I think when it comes to people that maybe have known you or they feel like they know you, they know a version of you, a lot of times that version that they know is kind of narrow-minded.
It's a shedded version of yourself.
It's like it's a version of you maybe you once was, and they try to keep you there. So like
for their comfort.
Yeah, and just that's what they're used to. So when they know that version of you, they try to keep you there, and then they feel like they're entitled to that part of you because it's always been that way.
Mm-hmm.
So like, okay, for example, you grew up in the house. Our parents are a big example. They feel like they're entitled to us because we're their child.
Yeah.
Their children, right? And it's like, you know,
I am 29.
we
30.
but you know, we don't have children yet, so we don't technically know what that's like yet.
Right.
But if we could just think for a second, right? We all came from between our mom's legs or her womb. So
That's true. It's true.
She's like, you mine.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, I kind of understand a little bit, but at the same time, you know, I mean, we all believe in God here. So we believe that we're not anyone except for God's children.
For sure.
So, but that's on a really deep level. But then that goes into other things because now the parents want to know, well, what are you doing with your life? Like, what's your plan? What, you know, you doing that's not gonna sustain you. That's not gonna. We need to know all the details. We need to know how you gonna eat, how you gonna provide, how you gonna do this and that. And honestly, I don't feel like anyone is entitled to know your plans unless they're gonna be a part of it.
Part of it, yeah.
Like unless they're like we sitting here with you. If we wasn't, we ain't have to know this was coming out until it came out. You know,
the whole time.
So
no, I like that. That's dope.
Thank you. What do you feel though? What's
Yeah.
I want to hear your take on it.
In politics, let me see how it fits in politics. We have a lot of systemic issues. We have a lot of hating ass people. I don't want to say it like that, but no. But seriously though, I believe our community is the most hated. And it's like, why? And people feel entitled to push this narrative of like we're not good workers, we're not disciplined, and it's propaganda that's meant to keep us separated as a community within ourselves first. And then like how that branches out, that's just a model that is like everywhere.
Yeah.
So entitlement in politics, you got the techs buying out everything, right? I personally see this shit imploding in itself. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on that, but it's error. but I see it going in, you know, like, well, it can go one or two ways. I'm not gonna go down that route, but they feel entitled to controlling all of our lives. When we're our own person, you have everything.
Yeah.
Why must you control? Like, why do you feel entitled to have that?
But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Or do we give control?
So people give control.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like,
so, are we giving, or is it then we going into mind control?
and that goes into dark psychology.
Let's talk about it.
Let's go then.
Yeah.
So are you saying like, is it entitlement or is it?
It's a conditioning.
I feel like when it comes to politics, it's more about the conditioning and what your parents been taught and what's been passed down to you. So sometimes your dreams don't line up with your parents because of what they've been taught.
Yep.
So, but that goes back into conditioning. So it's now we're talking about politics side of things. We've been trained. If you think about it, if you have a dog, you walk your dog outside. We was your auntie dog, right? Her name is Teacup. She's a pit bull. Shout out to Teacup. Teacup is a very smart, but she's still a baby. So when she walks with me, I noticed, I was like, okay, somebody hadn't really been walking her right. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I am politics right now. I am the government. Nobody's been walking you right. So now when she decided to run loose, I hold her chain really close to me. So every time she try to pull me, I jerk her back.
Yes.
But the chain is the mindset. It's the money. I'm snatching your money since you're not acting right. That's the chain. But
Let's talk about that. But go ahead, continue.
but you get what I'm saying. But that's what they're doing.
I think, and that I actually had this conversation with someone not too long ago. That's the best way to get back at them. That's all they care about.
That's all they care about
is money. So, like, as a collective, if we decided, hey,
well, I want to pause you there. It's not money. All they care about is power.
That too.
Yeah.
But what we have seen, we start playing with their pockets, they fold.
Yeah, they lose power.
Yeah, there's
So
power in the money.
I mean, both could be true.
That's power in the money.
There's power in the money.
Yeah.
You know what it remind me of? A Batman movie with Bane. And he was like, old dude funded him and whatever, his little takeover for Gotham. And then dude was calling shots, and Bane was like, do you feel in charge? Because you pay me money, you feel in charge over me? Oh, no. That's not how that's rolled. You just paid, you invested in something. And I think that's something that, as a people, we have to understand. A paycheck is not who you are. What you own is not who you are. I could lose everything.
Listen. And half.
Yeah.
And half. You feel me? And like, but I'm still cool. I'm cool with myself. I could lose everything. And I'm skipping outside still because I still know who I am. I still hold all the core elements that make me Astrid. You feel me? So that is something that I think everyone is in the Matrix. They took the wrong pill, and we just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think critically. You have to go beyond just paying bills. And if somebody was talking about a protest, I think it was Amanda Seals. She was just like, the best way to really protest is, hey, if everybody stop paying their mortgage and everything, oh yeah, they're gonna make some adjustments, but nobody is willing to be uncomfortable for change.
Yeah.
And like, the moment that you're willing to be uncomfortable, hurt a little bit for the better, not for pain, but for the better, you know what I'm saying, we'll be in a different space.
Like, we just watched the Chronicles of Narnia. That was my first time. It was so good.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, like last night.
I'm not going to ruin it for people that didn't. But basically, that's what happened. The king of the land had to go through a little sacrifice for a bigger reward, and it hurt, but it was for a greater purpose.
Prune it, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's all a part of it.
Yeah.
It's that growth, baby.
Dang,
all right.
but I wanted to ask a question, though.
Yeah, sure.
So when it comes to entitlement, do you feel like, both of y'all want to know, do y'all feel like it is do you feel like it is something that you can allow or you can not allow? Like, is it something that you have control over?
I don't think you have control over people and their actions, but I do believe you have control over what you accept as a person. So, like, I think one of the biggest things that I learned the past, I want to say 3 to 4 years, are boundaries.
Yeah.
And like, once I figured out what worked for me and what was actually serving me, I don't get nowhere. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not benefiting in a positive way in my life, yeah. So nobody has that kind of power over me. I don't care how much money you have, how much you buy stuff out or whatever. I'ma still pop my ish. I'ma still do what I need to do, whether it works out in the physical in my favor or not, because I know spiritually and wherever else it's gonna, turn in that way. I don't know if that answers it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you basically feel like, regardless of who's entitled or not, it's what the person allows from that. Like, I don't have to accept your entitlement. And if I do, then I'm a victim of your entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I ain't going.
Yeah.
I ain't going. Yeah. I don't know if he looked like he was about to say something.
No, I kind of agree with what you're saying. I agree with
It's what you allow.
It's
like,
what you
I don't
allow.
give people that kind of power over my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's but you have to decide that, and most people are too afraid to put that line there. Like, think about the workplace. It says something about the workplace. Now, what I found across the board, like, it's some sort of corruption or perverse behavior or whatever, and you have that choice to remain in it and let that like change you, or you have the choice to walk away.
Yeah.
But people who are active in certain things feel entitled for you to just sit there and take it because they took it.
Right.
But that's not how that roll. Because you sat through something does not mean I have to sit through something.
That part.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So.
And I learned a lot of times when you walk away from those situations, something better always comes.
Yeah.
Man, what?
Like, literally, once you decide, I'm not dealing with that, I'm not going to allow this, you're tripping, deuces,
Man.
something instantly comes because it's something about that will to be willing to walk away.
I almost feel like it's a
better.
test, almost like God tests you.
For sure.
It's like, oh, do you want this? You want it? No, you still accepting it. You like getting beat.
Yeah.
Nope. You go back. You like getting beat, don't you?
You was like,
This your 10th time going back. Now you gonna stay there and get beat there.
No, for real.
Until you finally decide.
Get tired.
You get tired of getting beat, and you be like, no, you're not gonna beat me no more.
Scared and all.
Scared and all.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, another opportunity might show up just like this opportunity. You getting beat, but it's a test again to see, do you like to get beat? Until you say no completely, that's when it all disappears.
Hey, so
Wow.
that's true. Because I had to choose that for myself. I left a crazy situation. Then I walked into something else that seemed pretty cool until that got a little hairy. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to dip. I wish y'all the best. This is my constructive criticism. Not in a way of like, I want y'all to win. You feel me? I want you to win. But it's not going to be with me, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not going to be with me. But you give them things to like actually build on themselves to be better. And then, it's up to you to take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like God gives you the opportunity to correct. And if not, either he going to beat you out of a situation or he going to leave you right there and let it crumble in because of your personal choices. And it's just,
Yeah.
that
That's
integrity
how it
part. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Okay. All right, so here we go. So what's the difference between entitlement and having basic rights? I think that's a good question there.
Entitlement and having basic rights.
Yeah.
Like, you got different level of rights.
Yeah, however you want to go. I mean, so we're talking civilly, but then you can also talk about like whatever, like it could be personal, whatever that is for you.
I think the difference between title and basic rights, those are a fine line, because you should feel that you should be entitled to your human rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm entitled to have my space. If I want to go to the bathroom and nobody look at me go to the bathroom, I am entitled to that. I feel like that's a fine line, though. I don't know. I think me personally, I think that's a fine line, entitlement and basic human rights. But you didn't say human rights, though. You just said rights.
No, just basic rights. Yeah, it can be whatever that is for you.
No, I'm going to hear what you got to say on this one.
I'm still thinking on that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm trying to play the opposite side of what's naturally coming to me. Like I said in the beginning, entitlement to me rang a negative bell. So I'm like intentionally trying not to think like on the negative terms. But my first mind is like, okay, entitlement, being entitled to something, I just feel like personally it's heavier on the side of like, this was passed down to me, or I have this because of the life that I was born into, or my situation put me in this place. So now I'm entitled to these rights, but it's not necessarily like always right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, it's not necessarily the humane way of things. It's just sometimes it's not right, and it's not. You're in a position where it's like you don't have a right to do that. Like, that's not okay. For instance, like I don't know if we're talking about racism and things like that, but you know how they say like okay, let's not even talk about race. Let's talk about pretty privilege, right? Like, cause
Yeah.
keep it neutral. People that feel like they should have things a certain way, or they should have certain rights because they're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you're not qualified? So we just supposed to put you in position because you're pretty? And on that
No, that's real.
But yeah, that's like, we supposed to just give you the job because you're pretty? Like, some people really think that because their whole life they just been
Had that privilege.
Yeah, but that's not really a right.
Yeah.
That's just what they believe is right.
No. Yeah. No. But yeah, that's entitlement.
But now think about it,
Yeah.
rights can get deep. If we just talking about politics, because then you got rights.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you got like political rights that people have, and that shouldn't in line with entitlement at all. Because you shouldn't be entitled to a certain right just because the law says it. Like, we all have a more right or wrong direction in us. So I feel like I done forgot the question, to be honest. But
No, this is good though.
but that should be, now that could be a separation.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't know how would it separate it, but just because the law says something doesn't mean it's completely, quote unquote, right. And you should not be entitled to that right because the law said it is right.
I mean, it's like the Jim Crow era. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, wasn't nothing right about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they felt entitled to it. Like, even what we're going through right now as a country, they feel entitled to just
Do whatever. Yeah.
snatch people up. There's no due process. They feel entitled to robbing people, robbing in taxes, funding, because they're white.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth.
And then it's like the law, that is the right, but then it does get deep because it's like, who really decided on this right?
Yeah, it just gets
like,
deeper.
As a human being, I didn't decide on this right. There are some human beings that did decide on this right, but because a collective of people decided this is right, now we're supposed to all say, okay, that's right, and those are our rights.
But did we decide?
No.
Exactly. We didn't.
But did we like, when there's a, president and we're trying to figure out the president, how do you really know? How do you, like, for real, how do you really know that we all voted for Donald Trump?
We don't.
You really don't know.
Mm-mm.
I mean, but they told with, I ain't gonna get into it, but
Yeah.
I mean, they was popping their ish, you know what I'm saying, on the
told
press,
us.
Thank you, Elon Musk, and blah, blah, blah. I mean,
Not Elon Musk. But you really don't know.
no, that's real though. No, for real though. On a real tip though, you don't, but it's designed that way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed for you to. It's like being on a hamster wheel. I just told myself I'm getting off that.
And that's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Because I look at it like, every time that I got played, I did not know.
Right.
In my life, every time I got played with,
Same.
I did not know, or I didn't do full research, or I just was blindly like, sure, They would do what's right.
Yeah, that was beat out of me.
And let's go back to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
You want to get beat?
Yeah.
I'm just saying from my life, even at the smallest levels, like what's up is what's down. Like,
no, for real.
What's small is what's big. If I can't trust you with small, I can't trust you with big. If you go to in somebody's life and you've been with somebody who played you for $1 or out of your music rights, because every time you got played, this is why the music industry is fucked up now. Because nobody really took their time out and studied how you supposed to play the game, or study their contracts. You get what I'm saying?
Or history.
Or the history.
Yeah.
So now, because you didn't know, you got played.
Yeah.
Okay, so then with that being said, do you feel that a right is something that you have to either claim or own before, or fight for in order for it to be your right?
No, I think you don't do it until you know it is yours. And you like, before you jump into it, let me clear it up. Before you jump into it, you have a choice. Boom. Okay, before, let's say we about to write a song together. I'm going to do contracts with y'all before we even start.
No, whole time. Yeah.
So you're establishing, this is my right.
This is my right. I am establishing this. And if we don't do it, I don't want no part of it.
Yep.
So, but that's what they took from us.
The ability to establish our own rights.
The ability of choice.